Pete Hegseth, regular viewers of this platform know that I've been trying to send you little bat signals, little subtleties, little croissants, little miniature croissants, little clues that Pete Hegseth's nomination may not make it. Well, today, I think the chances that he makes it grew dimmer. Not saying he can't, but I doubt he will. Several things. First of all, Lindsey Graham basically announced it was dead. In the way Lindsey Graham talks about things, if you're familiar with his patois, you know that he basically was saying he can't. He just, said there are a lot of questions and, concerns, and everyone needs to feel safe in the military. It was a lot of tells in a very short series of statements. Then the Wall Street Journal, not that long ago, ran a piece about the nomination, which did not run in the journal's obit section, but might as well have. Amongst the details in the story was anonymous officials saying it's a do or die week for the nomination, which is usually not good for a nomination because at this stage, if it's do or die, it's usually die. And they say Elon Musk has a new candidate for the defense secretary position. Dovetails with something I've heard, which is that names of folks are circulating, including through the head and lips of the president-elect, of possible replacement candidates for Pete Hegseth. So could he tough it out? Sure. We're miles away from the start of a confirmation hearing. The journal story is filled with quotes from senators saying, well, he gets a chance to make his case, but there's lots of questions and da-da-da-da. And as I've said from the beginning, there's this personal conduct related to drinking, this alleged drinking. He drinks, so drinking, but maybe alleged excessive drinking. Personal conduct related to one alleged sexual assault and other alleged improprieties related to sexual conduct. There's the alleged financial mismanagement of entities he ran and his behavior there. And then, of course, there's the question of whether his resume, having never managed an organization with more than like a dozen people, is the right fit for this. And then the question of whether he's qualified to sit in the sit room during an international military crisis and give the president of the United States advice. All those questions. Different senators have different concerns. But again, if you're going to Ladbrokes, as I like to say, and you're putting down a fiver, don't put it down on next Secretary of Defense. Doesn't mean he can't do it, but I wouldn't bet that way. All right. The Senate in general, I would say, and we saw this with Gates, and people said after Gates, did they get their pound of flesh, their confirmation sacrifice, human ritual sacrifice, and everyone else will fly through, or will this embolden them? I'm not saying they're emboldened, but they certainly understand that no hard feelings. The people who took Gates down, Donald Trump has not seemed to be exacting revenge on them. And so the water is safe to oppose nominees. And everybody kind of assumes you start with Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski voting no, and then maybe Mitch McConnell voting no. So you got to hold everybody else. That's kind of the way people talk about it. It doesn't mean that all three of them will vote no on every controversial nominee. But again, I think people feel pretty free. I know a number of Republican senators feel free to oppose.